Hello, everyone. I thought I'd come on and say hello. I haven't been on live for a while. Hello, just waiting for a few people. Maybe they can connect. I didn't announce that I was coming online. I've been working behind the scenes, so working with clients. And today I saw three separate types of clients. So we were working with the elderly and encouraging them to embrace their aging process and not be so frightened. And one of the things I've noticed when working with elderly, and I'm talking with people in their 80s, is their constant need to be loved and approved of, and also their repeating requests and desires and their forgetfulness. So today, when the elderly lady said to me, "I'm so sorry, I've been a bad girl. I'm not doing what I meant to do." And I said to her, "You are not a bad girl." And I realized she liked being called a good girl. You're a very good girl. You've done everything right. You just forgot one or two things. "Yes," she said, "my memory is not like it was." I said, "No, it's not. Do you know how wonderful your memory is? Do you know how wonderful it is to listen to you and how brilliant you are?" And she just opened her eyes and she beamed at me. It was just nice to see her no longer frightened. It was nice to embrace her. And working with the elderly, hello Edith Diamond, hello Charlotte Megan, working with the elderly, people who are elders, and reminds you of your own mortality and your own aging process. Those who have had someone die close to them, it triggers your own aging process. And when you will die, as I said earlier, we never know when we're going to die. We're in a queue to death. And we cannot go to the back of the queue because we're on this elevator and it's not changing. The time of death, we never know. So it is, as I was working with the elderly lady today, I became aware. And she said, "If I just fell asleep and I died in my sleep, I'd be so happy." And I went, "That is a nice way to go." She said, "Yes, isn't it? Normally people tell me off." I said, "No, I can't tell you off, because what you're creating a future whereby you die peacefully in your sleep and not in pain or not from an accident or not being stabbed or anything." You see, when a person makes a wish to live or to move on, you want it to be empowering. And she looked at me and she went, "You know what? I think I have a lot more years." And I thought, that was so nice, to create a paradigm shift in her, to create an alchemical shift, to be there for her where she suddenly leaves, and she suddenly, as I leave her, feels that she's empowered to want to live. The gift of healing is a magical gift. We all have it. However, when we go and ask for help, for healing, it's so important that we're able to embrace that person. We're able to hold them in space of sacred space. And I'm so grateful that I'm able to do that. So thank you, God, for the great spirit. Hello, Carl, George. Hello, Jackie Charles. Hello, Grenville Williams. And also today I saw another client who came in very stressed. So we did the singing bowls, we did the healing. These are my singing bowls. Can you hear them? And when people come with their pain, with their suffering, with their anxiety, sometimes in a session, I don't need to say much. I just go into the healing mode. I work with sound, with guided meditation, many other things, and crystals. So this young woman that came today was anxious, was frightened, was overwhelmed with the responsibility of her work. And she just didn't know what to do. And I said, after a while, words mean nothing. You just want love and support around you. And that's what I did for her in the healing session. I just surrounded her with healing love, with the sound of my voice, with the music I played, with the invocation. And she cried and released a lot, and not much was said. I just held the energy and I continued the healing session. At the end of the session, she had the biggest smile. It was such a beautiful smile because she has a naturally beautiful smile. And as we hugged each other, I felt very happy that she had come and received the alchemical healing that she needed in her life to continue in her career and her business. And also today, it was nice. Hello, Vanessa. Jackie, big love to you, Tokes. Beautiful, courageous woman. Hello, Jackie. Thank you. And Paul Johnson, nice to have you here. All of you watching, thank you. So I'm talking about healing guilt. Guilt we feel. Guilt we may be aware of. Guilt for whatever reason, as I talked about. The elderly lady who felt guilty for growing older, felt guilty she wasn't remembering things. And the lady who came today and she felt guilty for being stressed over her work and anxious. And I just finished a session, a 2-hour session with a client, and today we worked with grief. The grief of losing both her parents, her mother and her father. And the fact that she's been looking after everything and everyone, and just journeying, continuing her life without honoring her grief. So we worked very deeply on the vibration of grief to help her to release and cry because she hadn't cried. She hadn't cried because she was so busy looking after everyone and herself. And in the busy looking after, she'd forgotten to grieve. So she came for a session for a particular, oh, I need to see you, Beverly. I need to see you, Tokes. I need to see you. I need to see you. And this is the reason why I need to see you. And I heard. And then as she talked and as we conversed, I realized you are not here for what you say. You are here for your grief because the grief sits in your lungs. Your lungs are constricted and your heart is frozen solid with grief. And she just looked at me. And she started to just stare at me and she said, I came here for my business. I came here for this. You can't tell me what I've come here for. I said, no, but I am. Because your soul and your heart and your lungs are speaking to me. I can feel heaviness in your heart, in your lungs. It feels very heavy. And you're in so much grief. And you're pouring your grief into your life, into your business, into your career, into your relationship, into your family. You need to release the grief in you to have the clarity that you need. So we did an exercise of her releasing her grief that was specific for her need, because not everybody is going to be releasing grief in the same way. And then we did an exercise where we called her mom and father into the room. So the first hour was releasing and the second hour was talking ceremony and talking and listening. And then calling in her mom and her dad so she could speak to them. And of course, I spoke through the mom and the dad and gave her messages. By the end of the session, she felt very empowered and she said, I'd like to thank you for enabling me to cry, for enabling me to release my grief. And I said, how does your heart feel? How do your lungs feel? You know, and she felt a lightness of being. Her lungs felt happier. She could breathe more. She felt a clarity in her brain. And after the 2-hour session, I said, we can't go any further. You need now to go and nurture yourself and look after yourself for the next 30 minutes to an hour. Just sit in your own space and digest everything we've done. And I felt really empowered within myself, because I haven't felt very empowered within myself because of my own grieving and my own situation in my personal life. And today, the past week working with clients and activating my power and looking forward to the workshop of opening to more Cyprus is very, very empowering. Also today, I worked with a lady, it was her birthday. And she said, Tokes, it's my birthday. And I'm not feeling very happy or connected to Source. I'm feeling like I don't deserve to be alive. So we called in her soul and her spirit in this session. We called in her connection to the divine. We called in her empowerment. And in the process, we began to work with her birthing vibration. We called in her soul before she died in the previous life. And we called her the child when she was in her mother's womb and when she grew up. And we began to activate this feeling that she had before her birth, long before. And in the process, by the end of the session, she opened her eyes ready to celebrate her life. She was so ready to celebrate her life. It was wonderful. It was a wonderful experience to help. So helping one another, helping you, I am a phone call away. Finding time to honor yourself and activate your own divine gift, your own divine freedom to be who you are, not constricted or held or strangled by the situation or feeling guilty for the condition or situation you find yourself. Please realize that wherever you are right now in your life, you're worthy of love. You are full of love. You are love, and I love you. Yes, I do. I'm here for you. I am a phone call away. I am a session away. Whether the session is here on Skype, over the phone, or here in my flat, whatever it is, I am here for you. And the work is strictly private and confidential. So hello, Tina Walker. Hello, Austin Catherine. Hello, Ryoko. Nice to have you. Hello, Energia Tata. Hello, Inaja. So where are you all from? Are you here in London? I think some of you are around the world. Perhaps you're in Mexico, you're in Japan, you're in London. Where are you? You want to say where you are? Well, it's so nice to have all of you. Thank you for being here. I just wanted to talk about the work that I do and how important it is to serve humanity and live your calling. So this is my calling. I'm not an accountant. I'm not a lawyer. I'm a vibrational, intuitive consultant, an alchemical coach, changing and shifting and working to empower and heal and cleanse your emotions and stuck energy for you to serve yourself. And now, you're in Sweden. Nice. What's Sweden like? Here in London, it's raining and raining and raining, and it's quite a lovely sort of as we enter into autumn, because winter, we're already in autumn, the leaves are falling down. I guess it's similar in Sweden. Sweden is beautiful. I've been to Switzerland. I've been to Amsterdam. I've been to Paris in Europe. What's it like in Sweden? Energita, is that how I say it? Taffa? What a lovely sounding name. What a lovely sounding name. So I know Jackie Charles is in London. Where is everybody else? Who else? Is anybody out of London? Ryoko? Ryoko, I think I'm never sure where you are. You were in America last time, then you were in Mexico, and you were traveling with your beloved. So it's nice. So how are you serving yourself and honoring yourself and looking after yourself? Perhaps you're feeling overwhelmed with your life. Perhaps you're needing some encouragement, or you just need to balance your chakras and some cleansing. Perhaps you need some better healing. Perhaps you need some crystal healing. Perhaps you need an alignment, bringing you back to the source of your power. So whatever it is, perhaps you just want a tarot reading. You want something that will honor you and hold you in sacred space. I'm here, ready to help you wherever you are, in any way that you are. If I'm able to help you, I will let you know. If I know someone who can do the job, I will also let you know. I am Tokes Beverly Coker, thanking you for being here, and have a great day. Bye-bye. And thank you for connecting. Thank you for participating. And thank you for conversing with me. I will be going to make myself lunch. Then I'll be going later on tonight to a ceremony of my friend who passed away of colon cancer, the same as Patrick had. We'll be doing a ceremony honoring her life. So as you all process and continue your life, know that there are those who've gone and there are those who are here. Please take a look around you and see how you can help a person. Maybe buy them a meal, maybe help them carry their bags. And perhaps you need help and you need support. Then I'm here. I'm here for you, private and confidential. Thank you for being here. I say goodbye to the greatness of you, to your soul journey, to the vibration of the essence of you connecting to the divine. I ask, as you heal your guilt and heal your unhappiness, you create a sacred journey. Hello, Junita, how are you? So if you'd like to do a little exercise, shall we do an exercise that's just releasing and opening yourself to more? So just be aware of what it is that you're holding on to, that you just need to release that. And I'm going to ask you, oh, Jackie says, thank you, lovely Buddha. So glad. I just came across your live feed. Big love to you. You are great. Thank you, Jackie Charles, and so are you. Thank you. Every blessing that I'm given, I know is a reflection of the greatness of you. Thank you, Jackie. So, dear God, Buddha, Allah, great spirit, I call you into my life. I ask to release this guilt I have within me, this feeling of guilt. Release the guilt in my base chakra, the guilt of not having enough, the guilt of not being enough. Release the guilt in my womb, my sacral chakra. It may be the guilt of losing all my children or having no children. I go into the guilt held in my solar plexus, and it could be the guilt of not being confident or courageous enough. Go into any guilt you have in your heart, and it could be the guilt of not being loving enough to yourself and to other people. Go into the guilt in your throat chakra and activate the guilt you may feel because you don't speak the truth. Go into the guilt you may have in your third eye because you don't believe you can see and connect. And go into the guilt you may have in your crown chakra because you feel you do not deserve to connect to the divine. And as you acknowledge the guilt in all your chakras, let's call forth the healing of the sound note in each of your chakras. Dear God, Buddha, Allah, Great Spirit, release the guilt in each of our chakras. Allow us to open to more love in our heart, open to more clarity in our mind, open to more honesty in our conversation, opening to more intuition, opening to more intelligence, opening to more confidence and courage in our solar plexus, opening to more in our sacral, opening to more in our base, opening to more abundance. Dear God, Buddha, Allah, Great Spirit, thank you for releasing the guilt and opening us to more. Amen. 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 feel a little bit more aligned, and a lot of release has happened. Anybody want to share anything? So just drink lots of water and just enjoy. Go back and listen to the meditation and see how it can help you release healing any guilt that you had in any of your chakras to align yourself. Perhaps you can make a comment later on. That would be great. So thank you. In my opening tomorrow retreat in November, I'll post a link below. I'll be doing work like this and more. I look forward to seeing you all at my retreat in November. Love you. Thank you. Bye.